welcome back to my channel and a new video. In today's video, I'm going to do a book review and talk about The Return by Rachel Harrison. I don't tend to do book reviews too often, but once in a while I read a book and come along a book that just blows my mind and I really want to talk about it. Like, I already talked a lot about books in my reading vlogs, in my wrap-ups, in book hauls, so I don't really need to be doing book reviews, but as I've said, for some books I just can't shut up about them, and this is definitely one of them. I was amazed by this book, truly blown away. I had never seen this book anywhere when I bought it, and I hadn't heard anyone talk about it. I've never seen it on Bookstagram, Book Talk. Like, now I have seen it, but at the time I hadn't seen it anywhere, and this was a pure cover buy for me. I was in a physical bookstore. I had a lot of books on my TBR that I wanted to pick up that day, but this was not one of them. I saw it, I grabbed it, I fell in love with the cover, and I just didn't know anything about it. It was really screaming my name, and I'm so glad I bought it. It was like a pure cover buy because look at this cover. Truly amazing. This is a thriller book. I think it's an adult thriller, but I can't be sure. And this is also the first book that I've read by this author, and I loved it so much. In this book, we follow a friend group of 4 girls, I think. Yeah. And one day, one of these girls go missing, Julie. Julie goes missing. People presume her dead because after 2 years, you presume her dead. They even have this funeral for her and they're grieving her friends. But to the date, 2 years later, on the same date that she went missing, she returns. Julie returns with no memories whatsoever what happened to her. All of the 2 years that she was gone, she has no clue what happened. She has no memory of it and she just returned. Mysterious. That thing right there really reminded me of Pretty Little Liars, and that show has such a special place in my heart because like I really grew up with that in my early teens. So I just love that vibe when like people come back from the dead or people come back from going missing. So yeah, all of a sudden Julie's back and people are questioning this. People think it's really weird that she can't remember anything about these past 2 years. And obviously her friends also think it's really weird, but they don't want to pressure Julie. They want to give her time to come back because obviously they think she's been through something traumatic and she needs time, she needs space. But these other 3 girls decide to have like a weekend with her to help her get back to like normal, get back to life, talk to her, be supportive of her. So they all decide to go to this motel thing. That's really cool. They each book their own room because this motel/hotel has really extreme themes and they wanted to check out as many of them as possible. So like each and every one of the rooms has really extreme themes, which also brought me back to a memory when I was in California at this really cool motel. I think it was called Madonna Inn, and the rooms had such extreme themes. It was just so fun. That really got me back to a memory like that. So I just love when books do that. Yeah, so these 4 girls are at this hotel, are trying to support Julie back to life and trying not to push her, but of course they want answers to where she has been and they want to help her, you know, with her memories and stuff. The friend starts to noticing that Julie's acting different, or like, of course you're gonna act different if you're being gone for 2 years. As a reader, you kind of got a feeling that she's been kidnapped or something. You didn't know, you didn't get any answers to that until like the end. As a reader, you might think that she was kidnapped or something, and of course it's gonna be different. Of course she's gonna be pale, she's gonna look sick, she's gonna have bruises. Of course that's to be expected, but the girls are really worried about Jules, and small little things get them really worried. For example, they sit down at dinner one night and Julie orders meat and eats meat, but she has been a vegetarian her entire life and she would freak out over the tiniest little bit of meat in the past. So little things like that. Julie's acting different. They kind of suspect something is off. And you also have Julie's husband is in contact with one of the girls and they talk over the phone behind Julie's back, and he says that he's also noticing weird stuff about her that's not normal whatsoever. Gross things, disturbing things that I was just like, okay. And that made me really question, since I hadn't heard anything about it or read anything about this beforehand, I didn't know if it's going to be a supernatural thriller or like a normal thriller. So that was really exciting for me to like learn along the way. Is this going to be a weird one where she turns into a monster, or is it just going to be like she's has trauma from being kidnapped? Like, you didn't know if it was going to be supernatural or not. I just loved not knowing and having the like excitement of it every page. But at this hotel, not only Julie's acting different, the hotel/motel itself is really creepy. Shadows are lurking in the hotel rooms. Like there was one girl, when she comes back to her room, it's not how she left it, and like they hear stuff. It's just really a creepy motel. So we don't only have like Julie acting different and she's being off, it's also a really cool and creepy hotel setting, which I love. Like I love that setting. And I got chills. I got so freaking freaked out and creeped out over this book. It was truly amazing. This was like impossible to put down. I read it so quickly, and it definitely has grown to be one of my favorite thrillers of all time that I've read. And I've even looked up this author. I'm gonna buy all of her books that she has. I found one that I was really interested in that I'm gonna buy and read as soon as possible, because I just loved this one so much. It was just such a cool thing of this girl going missing, and a girl comes back, but it's really the same person. Like something is off. She's really different. And the creepy hotel setting was just everything. And I just loved it so much. It had everything I ever want in a thriller book. And I love how it goes from like these girls feeling sorry for her because she's been through something traumatic. Obviously she's been gone for 2 years, then they're worried about her, but eventually like they go scared of her. So like first that they're worried, then they're scared. I love it. If you are looking for a thriller to read, I definitely recommend this one. It's gross, it's disturbing, but in all the right ways, and just everything. Like the characters, loved it. 5 out of 5 stars. I love this book so freaking much, if you can't tell already. It definitely was a little bit confusing in my opinion towards the end, because I don't know if I got all the answers that I wanted to get, but honestly I don't really care. Like I just still loved it. I still adored this book. But yeah, might have been a little bit confusing towards the end, but I don't really care about that. So good. But yeah, that was it for this book review of The Return. If you are wanting to read this, please let me know. If you have read this, please let me know your thoughts. I would love to know what you guys think of this book. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in one of my next videos. Bye.